Hello, I'm Matheos, and today we're going to be talking about something that probably everyone in Hong Kong is familiar with. In fact, I'm sure everyone in Hong Kong is familiar with, which is Gong Sek Lai Chan, Hong Kong style milk tea. So, probably people in Hong Kong would be pretty surprised to hear that tea with milk, or as they call it, milk tea, is not a well-known beverage in the West. I mean, of course, not Hong Kong style milk tea, but I just mean tea with milk in general. It's a very Asian drink. Now, while the British do have their own style of milk tea, most Western countries uh, do not. Even you can't even fathom or imagine drinking tea with milk. If I go back, to my hometown, uh, people think if I mention I want to drink tea with milk, it like blows their mind. I mean, they can't even imagine why you would put milk in tea. It's so unheard of. Tea is not a popular drink, anyways. The only type of tea you can get is usually those canned Nest teas and stuff, which are more of a soda than a tea. But other Western countries, especially like the U.S., Canada, they drink a lot of iced tea, but it's iced tea with lemon generally. I mean, they have different flavors, but iced tea with lemon. When I was studying in the U.S., everywhere had iced tea, and it was usually sweet or unsweet. You could get it. It's a blend of black tea, and it usually comes with a little slice of lemon in it, or on the side, like a little wedge of lemon they put on the rim of the glass. But uh, if you ask for iced tea with milk in the U.S., they wouldn't even understand. It'd be like, what are you talking about? Why would you put milk in tea at all? Right. So in most Western countries, they do not put tea with and milk together. But it's very common in Asia, right? Japan has their matcha green tea with milk, right? You can go to Starbucks in many places and get a matcha green tea latte. Bubble tea, of course, very famous from Taiwan. You have Taiwanese milk tea that they use. Um, I'm not a big fan of Taiwanese milk tea compared to Hong Kong milk tea, but it's all right. It's nice. Hong Kong milk tea is my favorite, and we're going to be going over a few of the, different types of milk tea today. Um, but milk tea is common across Southeast Asia as well, right? Thai iced tea is actually a milk tea, even though there's no milk in the name, right? Thai iced tea is made with milk. It's very sweet. It's probably my second favorite milk tea after Hong Kong style. Milk tea, you can get different variations throughout Southeast Asia, Malaysia, Singapore, famous for it. Um, Burma, Myanmar, right? They're part of the Milk Tea Alliance because they're famous for the milk tea. India has their famous type of milk tea as well. So milk tea, in my opinion, is a very Asian drink, right? It's not something you get generally in the West. And most Western countries wouldn't even accommodate you. And maybe you could get a hot version some places, but never an iced version. Um, so talking today, we're going to specifically talking about milk tea in Hong Kong. Um, so the first one we're going to take a look at is actually just right here. Here's the box. He says Dai Pai Dong, right? Dai Pai Dong is a style of more of a style of a restaurant in Hong Kong. You know, the street side stalls, street food, those type of eateries. But they're also famous for their milk tea in Hong Kong as well. Now, of course, this one is a one you buy in the supermarket, and uh, none of the ones you can buy in the supermarket or bottled or anywhere, they all pair in comparison to real Hong Kong milk tea made in a Cha Chan Tang or a Bing Sat, right? But so this package, Dai Pai Dong, of course, like I said, it comes in these little sachets, right? And you mix it with hot water. And this is what it looks like. I made it already before the video. So it's had a little bit of time to cool down. The color's not bad, right? You can see a little bit of creamy look at the top. But in my experience, these ones generally the taste, not only does it pale in comparison to real, Chan Chan Tang, Dai Pai Dong milk tea, it always just tastes way watered down and not sweet enough. Most people will add maybe 2 or 3 packages, but since I did such a small cup, I just went with 1 package. So I'm gonna take a sip and tell you what I think. Nhất tâm đại ca sẽ có khoai gọi. Okay, so not as bad as I was expecting. It has some tea flavor. It has a little bit of the creaminess, but overall, it's a poor imitation of real Hong Kong milk tea. I will give this a 3.4 out of 10. So, yeah, not that good. It's drinkable, but just. All right, so the next one I will go with is not even a Hong Kong style milk tea. I bought it here in Hong Kong though. It's actually a Japanese milk tea. It's made in Japan. You can see some Japanese on it. It is a black tea, which is maybe not what Japan is well known for, which I said earlier is the matcha green tea latte, right? Green tea with milk. But we'll take a look, have a new glass, pour some out. So we can see the color is darker when compared to the Dai Pai Dong, right? The Dai Pai Dong, this is the Japanese one. So to me, that looks good because I like a stronger tea in general. So let's give it a sip. Very, very different. It's definitely not a Hong Kong style milk tea, even though it is a black tea. It's almost a little bit sour compared to the last one. It's not bad. I mean, I like all milk teas generally. And I'm surprised. I think I actually like the Dai Pai Dong one a little bit better. And I didn't give that one a very good score, but this is gonna have to be a little bit less. So 2.9. I know. I'm surprised because I thought it'd be all right. 2.9. Yeah. All right. So put a little bit more in there for the visual comparison. The next one we're going to go with is a classic, Wai Ta Lai, right? Vita. They are a Hong Kong brand. You can see it is Gong Sik Lai Cha or Hong Kong style milk tea. This one, if my memory serves right, is usually pretty good. It's usually the best bottled milk tea that you can get in Hong Kong. Not saying that much, to be honest, because all the bottled ones aren't that great. But let's take a look at the visual. So there it is. So not as dark as the Japanese one. I'll show you those two in a second. So here's the Japanese one. Here's the Hong Kong one. You can see the Hong Kong one is a little bit lighter in color. Let's look at the Dai Pai Dong one. So the Dai Pai Dong one is actually darker than even the Hong Kong style milk tea. So let's give it a go. Yeah, so far this is the best. It's still not great. We're talking about a real Hong Kong milk tea, bottle one, but it's creamier. It's so far it is the creamiest of the lot and drinkable. I mean, yeah, I'll give this one a 6.1, which is solid to be honest. 6.1. Yeah, decent milk tea. Could drink it. All right. The last one we'll go for we have a little can, classic milk tea. You can see it says Tai Hing Lai Cha right there. So Tai Hing is a Chan Chan Tang here in Hong Kong. Now I've seen a couple of different cans styles of Tai Hing Lai Cha. I'm not really sure the difference, but this is the one I found in the Wai Hong, the welcome by my house. So open that up. One more glass. Take a look at the color. Ooh. All right, so a pretty dark one, right? Here it is compared to the Japanese one. Ooh, quite similar in color, maybe a shade darker. Here is the Gongsit Lai Cha. You can see how much lighter in color that is. And here is the Dai Pai Dong. So just a bit lighter, the Dai Pai Dong. All right, so let's go ahead and give Tai Hing a sip. Hmm. Now I've had this before, but it's been quite a while because I usually don't buy those little cans. Um, I think the last time I've had it, I brought it overseas with me because I knew I was going to miss Hong Kong milk tea. So it's actually pretty good. Again, it's not as good as a freshly made Hong Kong milk tea, not as good as, your good Chan Chan Tang, Bing Sut, even your average ones. But have had worse in an actual sit down Chan Chan Tang, restaurant in Hong Kong. I've actually had ones that are, more watery or not as full flavored. I think because, the ice melted into the glass or they just have a diluted batch. So pretty good. I'm surprised. This is going to get, um, hmm, I gave the other one 6.1, which is fair. Pretty higher than I expected to give anything today, to be honest. And this, I'm gonna have to give it a higher score. I'm gonna have to go with a 6.5, 6.5 for the Tai Hing. Definitely, if you're gonna, bring some milk tea home, probably the Tai Hing, even though it's little can, is the superior choice. All right, so those are a few different milk teas, 3 different Hong Kong milk teas. Definitely go with Tai Hing. It is the most expensive of the bunch, but it's worth it. Next time, we'll be going to an actual Chan Chan Tang and see how a good cup of milk tea really compares to these, bottled versions. All right, until next time.